Sell-off picking up steam here. Dow's down more than 700 still as we speak, about 735. Ed Yardeni with Yardeni Research joins us now. Thank you for being here today, too.
Thank you, Scott. Sure.
Robert Kaplan, I'm not sure if you had a chance to see our conversation, said stagflation's what this is. Forget about the talk of is it going to be, it is this. If that's true, what does that mean?
I don't really think it's true. If we're talking about a 1970s style stagflation, it's not even close. And if we're talking about even a moderate stagflation, I'll give you a moderate stagflation for a couple of quarters here. I think the tariffs are already having an impact on boosting inflation, but we're talking about inflation between 2.5% and 3%. That's not exactly inflation. And the trend is still downwards. And I think the productivity numbers are going to continue to push inflation downwards. And on the stag side, we're all over the map in the first quarter with all sorts of different estimates out there. But we think it's going to be kind of something around 1% with a plus sign, not a negative sign. And on the positive side, we think the consumer is actually going to spend. They have lots of income. We saw that this morning. And I think people just forget about the weather. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous to base it all on the weather, but I'm going to wait to see what March and April consumer numbers are going to look like, because I think they're going to be strong.
I mean, the evidence would suggest that this was not a weather phenomenon at this point. There's been too much soft data, if you will, to confirm that.
I'll give you
Let
that.
me ask you,
yeah.
Right? I mean, that's kind of true at this point.
It's kind of true, but January was the coldest.
Not kind of true. I'm sorry. It is true. Well, it is true.
It's kind of true, but January was the coldest month, January since 1988. The February was just about as bad. So they really stood out as extremely cold months. And I think you're going to see a nice big bounce back in retail sales during March and April. And oh, by the way, I think there's going to be a lot of auto sales as people kind of front run an increase in auto prices because of the tariffs.
Let me ask you this. Your target for this year, best I know, is 6,400.
Correct.
How confident are you in that? Earnings estimates are already coming down.
Yeah.
You know, we're below 5,600. You think we're going to get to 64? Is that at risk?
It's at risk, sure. I mean, there's always risk. And I did, I guess in early March, raise the probability of a recession, as I think just about everybody did. We raised it from 20% to 35%, which is a pretty significant increase. There's people out there with 40%. There's one or two that think it's inevitable. I don't think it's inevitable. I think the consumer will make a solid comeback. And I think capital spending, certainly the uncertainty is going to weaken some areas of capital spending. But as we know, there's a lot of money already committed to building manufacturing facilities that have to be equipped with state-of-the-art automation and robotics. That's just not going to go away.